General Motors will end the production of 6 sedans by the end of next year. That includes the Chevy Impala, Cruze, and Volt, the Cadillac CT6 and XTS, the Buick LaCrosse as well. The news comes the same day General Motors announced it would restructure the company, closing plants, laying off 15% of its workforce. That's about 14,000 workers. The closures will target facilities that produce passenger cars and parts, as GM says sales of trucks, SUVs, and electric vehicles continue to grow. Now, it all feels very close to heart in Janesville, where it was almost 10 years ago now the GM plant closed. Amy Reed spoke with the city about how they bounced back from a massive loss.
You had the plant closure and then other closures within the community. At one time, we had 4 million square feet of vacant industrial space here in the community, and that wasn't including the plant.
Even as Janesville moves on, the evidence, a big empty factory, still looms. With it, the memories of a 13.6% unemployment rate in the middle of a national recession. But just as crews tear down and get rid of the physical past of an old building, the city is rebuilding too.
It was really about developing a strategy as to how we could recover from that closure, and when you think about where Janesville's at today, I believe we've been very successful.
Gail Price is the Economic Development Director for Janesville. He wasn't in the position when GM closed, but he was part of the team that helped bring the economy back. He said these towns need to get a strategy together to keep surrounding businesses open.
Certainly they need to rally around the businesses that are there and the people that are there, and look at what their strengths are, what are their core assets, what do they have to offer companies that they can use to build off of.
His advice for the towns doesn't just come from experience. The Lordstown plant in Ohio is just 2 hours from his hometown.
Certainly are aware of the impacts that when there are some closures, what that does to families, what that does to communities, and it certainly creates a lot of difficulties.
He said it can be tough for communities to come back from something like this, especially in some of these towns that have already seen closures since the recession. But he said a strong economic plan that reinvests in the community can help a bad situation from getting worse. And though it may take time, it's an investment worth making.
I've seen these impacts, and they can be very difficult for a community, and it takes time. It doesn't get corrected overnight.
Since that high unemployment rate of more than 13%, Janesville has brought it down to 2.8%. Now Price is hopeful the path will be a little easier for these towns, given our strong economy across the country.
Amy Reed reporting in our news center tonight. Amy, thank you.